afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day. All three major indices up again today. Now, before we get into the stocks, I do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the show. All right, with that said, let's get right into it. The first stock that we're going to highlight is NIO. We spoke about it the last few days. We did say when it broke above this Bollinger Band area, it did look overbought, and it wouldn't surprise me that it would sell off. Well, look at that. Since then, the stock has sold off. But you know what? Considering the news that came out after the close yesterday, I'm actually surprised that it's held so well. Okay, now with that, where is NIO going? Well, two things can happen here, right? So first I'd like to say I'm really bullish on the stock, okay? And with that said, I'd like to think before it goes up any higher, you want to see either price continue in this range where the 10 right here, that 10 SMA meets price, or where price comes down and meets the SMA. Okay, so either way, I think if you're not long in the stock, you're going to have to wait for one of those two situations to occur before you can get long the stock. Okay, that's NIO. All right, so with that said, we're going to go into the three stocks that we did highlight yesterday, and the first one was AMRN. So what did AMRN do today? All right, let's bring this on the intraday chart right here. All right. Okay, so AMRN, sold off a little bit after that nice run it had yesterday. It was down, only 3.5%. I did say get long after that first 30-minute candle, and obviously, as you can see, it did not make a higher high after that first 30-minute. It actually made the low of the day right there. I did get long after I saw that this was basing right down here at 731. I got long at 743, and I am long AMRN, and I'm willing to add to my position. I took a starter position. I'm willing to add to this position if it goes right back down to this point of control of 703. So that's my target for my next entry point for AMRN. All right. So with that one in the books, let's go to the next one. And the next one was VBIV. VBIV. All right. So what did VBIV? Much like AMRN, first 30-minute candle, it sold off. It based right there. It was the low of the day, that first 30 minutes, and then it kind of just stood there. It did hold that value area low. I'm looking to see this on the, let's see, right here on that 513. I'm looking to get in once this price meets this 5 and 13 crossover right here. So I'm actually looking for a retest on Monday of that $3.80 mark right around there, and then I'll probably be a buyer on some strength. Okay, that's VBIV. Last stock that we did highlight yesterday was EVRI. What did EVRI do? All right, so EVRI was actually up today, and it looks really, really good. Here I have that 513 chart that I like. The 5 is above the 13, which is really bullish. And it's in that upper quadrant over here of that Bollinger Band, right? Okay, so that looks really good. And then finally, look, it's busting out of this this range, the value area range, and it's starting to start making value right here. So I'm looking for a continuation of this breakout here. My target is about the $9 range, $9.25. So let's see if that can happen. I did not get into this position today, but I'm looking to buy on a pullback on Monday. That's EVRI. All right, so we're going to go over a couple of the stocks that we had to sell. The first one was CVET. If you remember yesterday, I did say if it takes out yesterday's low today, I would be out. And look at that, it did take it out. I got out at 23.36, so I am out of CVET. All right, my next position that I was in was AQST. AQST was kind of a disappointment today. The last 2 days, actually, markets were up considerably, and unfortunately, AQST just didn't do anything. It was only down 8 cents, only about 1%, but still, with such a strong market, you want to see this, at least, go up a little bit. But it didn't. But that's fine. We've had such a great run in it. On Monday, I am going to see if this, if today's and yesterday's low holds, and if it doesn't, I may have to consider book some profit because I don't want this to go back down into that 7. If it does, I think that $7 mark will be some support down here, and I could get back in at that $7 area. Okay, so that's AQST. We are still long and in from 645. Okay, all right, so that's it. I do want to go over a couple of stocks that look extremely promising going into Monday, and the first one is AQUA. AQUA. All right, so AQUA is looking really, really good. It made that high of 22.02 about 2 weeks ago, and since then it's kind of sold off. It sold off right here, right by this value area low right here, and since then it's kind of the last couple of days it's based, and now it looks like it wants a retest up in this area. So of the three charts, I do like when this point of control, when the price is above this point of control, and it looks like it's approaching it. So we're going to see if it does what happens when it approaches that $21 mark. If it could bust through and continue, or if it's going to get there and fail. All right, so I think it's going to continue because of the other three charts. Look at this. The 9 SMA on the weekly looks really good, right? Right there. It bounced right off the 9. Now it's going higher right here, closed towards the high of the week right there, which is always good. And then on the 513 chart, the 5 is crossing the 13 as we speak this week, and then it's by next week it'll be fully committed over that 13. So we're actually right on target where we want to be. It's about to break out, and I think may challenge that $22 range, and then that $25 52-week high. So that's the one stock I really like going into next week. The next stock I really like is where is it? ICPT. ICPT. So we've played ICPT in the past. Now, if you take a look at ICPT, you know, it's been basing for such a long time, and now the 5 again, just like AQUA, is about to cross that 13, which is also extremely bullish right there. And then it's right above this point of control right there. And then lastly, on the 9 SMA on the weekly, the first time in a very, very long time, since April actually, the weekly crossed and closed before the, above the 9 SMA. So we got some really nice setups going into next week. Again, watch this on that first 30-minute candle. If it takes it out, be long ICPT. All right, guys, I do want to thank you. I hope everyone had a great trading week. If you have any questions, please contact me at Eric with a C at valueareatrader.com. That's Eric at valueareatrader.com. I hope everyone has a great weekend. If you like the show, please subscribe to it. And always remember, trade smart and be safe.